All right, what's up, family? So we're doing an oil change on a 2016 Toyota Tundra. It's real easy. It ain't something hard for you to do. One of the main things you got to do, obviously, you have to remove this pan here. Because if you don't remove the pan, you can't get access. No, you can stay with that there. I already released the screws. As you can see, it's 5 screws right here. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3 across in the back and 2 in the front. And the whole purpose of that is because right here, if you can see this here, can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
That's where your filter is at. See, as that panel was on here, it's covering that. There's no way you're gonna get access to that. So you have to release that. Otherwise, you can't get to that. Now, if you can see back here, right here, as you see, I got my bucket. Another thing I would advise most people, put you some cardboard, some old rags down, even though you got the bucket. This is your drain plug. You're gonna unrelease this and it's gonna pour out. So have your bucket there ready to catch it, but also for the splashes, have you some cardboard. So now, that's that. So we're gonna drain this first. After we drain that, then we're gonna get onto the filter. As you can see right now, this is the drain plug. Now, once you release this drain plug, like I said, it's gonna pour out. But when you put it back after you let it drain, don't put the same gasket back on your washer, whatever you want to call it. Put a new one. It comes with your new stuff. So always put a new one. As I said, it's gonna pour out. Get it good. Yeah, I don't want to mess up my gloves. I should have on nitrile gloves. It's gonna be all on my hands. As you're gonna see, it's gonna pour out.
Want me to get it?
Nah. Boom. See that? Pour out of there. Let's see, got the washer. And it's good. That's why it's good to have a good bucket. Don't go with no little bucket because it's a lot of oil. Plus, like I said, this Tundra is a 5.7 V8, 5.7 liter V8. So this takes close to 8 quarts of oil. So a little bucket is not going to do it. You always want to have more than enough. And as I said, put some cardboard up under here as well. So we're going to go ahead and let that drain and we'll come back.
And I have a question, Bobby.
Sure.
Why don't you just take this to the dealer and they only charge a few dollars, right?
Well, I'm glad you said that. Now, we all know if you take it to the dealer, if you take it to the dealer, you know they're going to charge you double, triple of what an oil change actually costs. If you take it to your local garage, Jiffy Lube, oil place, they're going to charge you a little more than what it will cost you if you just did it yourself.
Oh, okay.
You know, and of course they back out your car and top off your other lucres. That's pretty cool. But it's always good to know how to do these things yourself as well. Always good to have another trait that you have up under your belt, figuratively speaking. You should learn how to do some things. You shouldn't have yourself crippled where you don't know how to do nothing. Make it a day for yourself. One day when you got plenty of time on your hands, you make it a project. Like I did this old video here, share the load or family bonding. You know, do this oil change with your daughter. Yes, with your daughter, because we always assume that boys and men are the only ones do this. You got a lot of capable women that does this. Do this job with your daughter. Do it with your son, your nephew, your niece, or whoever, with your wife. You know, do it together and show each other how to do simple things like this. And of course, that's going to be the day you're going to get dirty.
Okay.
But we're not here to be pretty. We're here to learn and make family bonding moments where you can say, my granddad, my uncle, my brother taught me how to do this. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's why. But the dealership is going to charge you triple what it would cost if you did it yourself. Your local garage, Jiffy Lube's known, they're going to charge you slightly more than what it would cost if you did it. But it's even better if you do it every now and then. If you got the time, you do it. And even more better if you do it with a family member or friend. You're teaching each other stuff.
Okay.
So that's a great question. Family. So this is, you want to try to get the parts that's equivalent to your vehicle. Obviously, I have a Toyota, which is Toyota, Lexus, the same parts for both vehicles. And in this, it comes with your drain plug, 2 of the rings for the upper and the lower part, and your filters cartridge itself. Another thing I like with this set that it comes with for the drain plugs, it gives you 4 of them. I like that. Always take your old one off. You know, when I pulled that drain plug and all the oil spilt out, that little metal plug that's on the top, it's hard to get out, so I'm gonna have to use a plier and just pop it out. And don't put the old one back. Put a new one. Put a fresh one. And that's what we're gonna do right now. All right, folks. So you see the washer here? It never came off. That's why I said don't put the same one. There. Wow, you see it came right off. Now I just popped that. So now we put the new one, because I done had it here for a while. It's been dripping for a while. Ain't gonna be here all day. Just wipe the excess up. Gotta keep that clean. And remember what I told y'all, never put the same one. See, I got see the washer here? See the washer there? A new washer. And then you go ahead and plug that up. Yeah. Well, it's that simple, folks. Like I said earlier, one of the greatest things you could do, take a day and do some family bonding with your daughter, with your niece. You know, sons are always known for doing this. But teach your daughter how to do this stuff.
With your wifey?
Teach your wife. It'll be a great moment that you say, hey, my father taught me, my uncle taught me. We spent a day today together. And you taught your niece, you taught your daughter how to do this. And now she knows how to do an oil change. You know, that's good when she's cute. That's good too. But on this day, I'm not trying to be cute. Daddy, uncle, granddad. Today, I'm trying to be productive. And that's what makes these oil changes even better when you do it with a family member. So be careful, put that out the way. Remember, key thing, I've said it quite often in a lot of my videos, don't be goofy like me and make a mess and spill this oil all over. Use cardboard up underneath your bucket. And now we got our 14 millimeter back, and we're just gonna tighten it. You don't have to do it a whole lot. Don't over tighten it. You don't want to mess up your oil. Man, that's good enough. Now that part is done. On to the next thing. All right, folks. So this part here, now remember we changed the oil, the drip, got all the oil out. Now this is your oil filter. Remember I told you about that pan. You had to remove that big deck, that pan that's under here. That's the only way you're gonna get access to this, because this got that whole thing covered. But now you get to that, all you do is get your socket, go right in there. Remember, always little simple things you learned as a kid. Loosey lefty, tighty righty. Boom. That's simple. Loosey lefty, tighty righty. And another key thing, remember, like I said, you should be using nitrile gloves. That'll be better, because it's gonna drip. Maybe not a lot, but it will drip. Now there is a ring. It's right in here. I thought it'd come out, but it didn't yet. All right, so let's try to be a little less sloppy, because I love being sloppy and making a mess. Not that I love it, it's just that I'm known for dropping stuff, as my wife would say, and making a mess. Let's try not to do that today. All right, so now that we got that loose, you're gonna take this piece here. This is like a drain plug. And you see the part at the top here, you're gonna put that part in. Once you put that in, excess oil is gonna pop out of here. And possibly the ring that's running is gonna stick onto this. So there we go, you gotta push it pretty hard. Ah, look, oh, see what I'm saying? I'm always being a mess. Look at me, now I gotta get more oilier. So you gotta push it pretty hard. There you go. Look at me, you see me? Look how oily I am. Just always making a mess. So, we're gonna let that drip for a while instead of just sitting here letting you guys watch this. I'm gonna keep saying through the whole video, dads, uncles, granddads, spend a day with your beautiful daughter, your beautiful niece, your beautiful wife, and teach them something. Have a family bonding day where you're teaching them simple things like this. Today, you're gonna let them know you're not gonna be pretty today. You still gonna be pretty, but you're gonna be productive, and we're gonna do this together. All right? All right, folks, it's been quite a while since we let this drip. Obviously, maybe some of you asking, maybe some of you not. When you go to the dealership or the local garage, Jiffy Lube or whatever, they do this stuff really quick. We're taking our time, and we're learning something new. I know I said it before. I'm going to keep saying it throughout the whole video. Dads, uncles, granddads, Teach your daughters things that you normally only teach your sons. Another way of putting that, teach the females in your family all the things that you normally only teach the guys in the family. Because I'll be honest with you, I've seen a lot of women, and gotta pull on this pretty hard. I've seen a lot of women, look at that, damn, harder than you think, be very productive. Yeah. Shouldn't be that hard, cause see, I'm right-handed. I'm trying to do it with my left, and I'm on an angle. I don't got good balance. There we go. Now you see, this is a prime example of what I was talking about. You see there, folks? Once I pulled it out, it pulled the ring with it, right there. And you know, you want to keep some lubricant on there because obviously on these you put a new ring. You don't use the same one. So what we're gonna do, we could just drop that in there. We're not gonna use that again. So now you gotta use your socket. This thing here, this is how you get this off. Fit that right on there. You're gonna use your socket again, and more oil is gonna come up out of here. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's going right. Oh, am I doing it right, wrong way? I think I am. Wait a minute. Somebody's I was turning the wrong way. I'm tripping, y'all.
So which way are you supposed to turn it?
Always. Loosey, lefty, tighty, righty.
Okay.
We all too familiar with that. All right, so some more oil is going to... look at me making more of a mess. Like I said, don't be like me. Put your cardboard. And see, more oil may come out. Now, see, this is your filter. And you have a ring. Like I told you, that little ring, you got a big one here. So now, what you're going to do, you're going to remove this. Get rid of the excess oil. You want to clean that up. Get down in there as much as you could. Clean that up. See, now most other cars, we're all too familiar. It's a whole canister that goes up in here. But see, these are different. With the Tundras, you know, you got the filter that's like this. And just put that back on there. So they're a little different than what you're probably used to seeing. Doggone it. Like I said, boy, I'll be being messy. All right. Just clean it out as much as you could. Try not to be messy like me. And you got your filter here. And simply put that on. It doesn't matter. You can go this way, that way. It don't matter. It's the same thing. Just simply put that on there. How about we go a little extra length and clean that up in there as well. Not that you have to. You want some... doggone it. I put it in a doggone bucket. Man, I'll be making a mess. Let's leave it because it's going to spill all over. So then, simply... Oh, yeah. We got to get the ring, y'all. Remember? See, I almost messed up. You want to take the ring out.
That's the old ring, right?
That's the old ring. And you want to put a new one. You want to put some lubricants. Now I need the oil. Look at me. Now you want to put some rings, some oil around it. Just simply put that on there. Put it around all the way down. Go all the way around. On. And you just put this back up in there. Give me a second. Let me get another rag because I'm real messed up. See if I can try not to make such a mess this time. All right, how about I move this out of the way, and maybe I won't make as much of a mess. All right, I'm a loosey lefty, tighty righty. All right, well, you get your tool, and change it from what it used to be. Loosey lefty, tighty righty. Oh, just tighten it back up. I know we said it earlier. You take it to your local garage, Jiffy Lube, oil place in your neighborhood, and you know they're gonna charge you more than what it would cost you to do it yourself. But not a lot. Not a lot, to be honest, not a lot. Pretty much. Just to give you a ballpark figure, for everything I had to order to get to do this, it will cost me relatively. Maybe I'm saving $15, but opposed to them doing it. The dealership, oh, you're saving a hell of a lot of money. We all know how the dealerships, all they just love to, and then just simply gotta wiggle that off. Now that's that. Now we got that done. Now we get your other ring. All right, folks, so remember, this piece here, gotta go back on there, but you don't just put it back, 'cause remember, you gotta put your rubber ring into there. So there's your rubber ring. Make it easy on yourself. I mean, you could just throw it up in here. You could do it like that, but it's a good probability it's gonna keep popping out. So instead of driving so crazy, you definitely gotta lube it, which I did that. Just put it on this part, and it will groove itself in there with less headache. And as always, it still stays the same. Loosey lefty, tighty righty. See, that's more easy to do it that way. If you just try to put the rubber ring in by itself, it's gonna drive you crazy. It's gonna keep bending to the left, bending to the right, bending to the left. You're like, oh man, what the heck is going on with this thing? So, do that like that. Loosey lefty, tighty righty. Oh, thank you, man. That bad habit of mine. I'm always making that dumb noise. Like that video I did called Bad Habits right here, folks. And you simply go back to this tighty righty. You don't have to put a whole lot of torque on it. And we are officially done. All we have to do at this point is go to the top and add in 7.9 quarts of oil. Or you could just say 8 quarts of oil. And that's that. But another thing I would like to do, because you know, y'all heard me how I said, well, obviously I got to put my pan back. You want to clean off these little excess points, because later you want to make sure you have absolutely no oil leaks whatsoever. Oh, and you know, I'll tell you what, my wife pointed that out. She said, what is this for? Since we're under here, why not we explain that? This is your drain for your antifreeze. So if you ever have to drain this for whatever reason, you got bad antifreeze, you got low on antifreeze, you need to replace it. Maybe I've seen times where a person didn't have much antifreeze at all and they only had water in here. That's not good. You want to drain. This is the drain plug. You simply just loosey lefty, tighty righty, undrain, take that off, then it's going to pour out, have a drip pan under here, and then you plug it back in. So now you know this is a plastic drain plug for your antifreeze, which is this up here. Remember your antifreeze, how you get your heat, your air condition, and so on. And that's it, folks. Let's go to the top. Peace. All right, folks. So as you know, we did everything. We drained the oil from the vehicle. We also drained the oil from the oil filter, and we replaced it with the new ring, oil ring, and a smaller, bigger ring and a smaller ring. And we did the washer for the oil where we drip the oil. Never put the same washer back, put a new one. Now we at the top here. Common sense, folks, right? Engine oil. So there's no mistaking where we got to put the oil, right? Common sense stuff right here. Now, when putting this oil in here, don't pour it a lot because it may look like a big hole here. It's like that, but as the oil go down, the hole gets like that. So don't, if you pour it all at once, you're gonna have oil spilling all over the place. So take your time pouring the oil. It's not a rush. It's not a race. Yeah, I should have a smaller one, but that's all I got for now. Actually, I do got a small one. I'm just being lazy. I don't want to go to the back and get it. Another thing I must say to you, you can't just pour any oil. You want to get the specifications for the right oil for your vehicle. So go through your vehicle manual, and in my case, I got to use SAEOW20, fully synthetic oil, and that's what I'm using. And I got to use 7.9 quarts of oil. See, this says 5 quarts. Another thing I like about these type of oils, see how it has a gauge on the back. See, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, up to 5. Now, they cheated us. This really should be up there. It should be 5. But that's why. So now, how much oil? I got to put pretty much 8 quarts of oil in here. So 2 of these will be 10. So obviously, I'm going to use one whole one. And then the other one, I'm going to pour it down to right about here. Just below 2.
And once again, it doesn't matter what type of name brand you buy.
Not necessarily. I mean, you don't want to go get no Walmart oil. You want to get some nice oil.
Oh, okay.
This here is Quaker State. You could get Vovaline. You get all kinds. So remember what I told y'all, folks. Let's take our time. It's not a rush. Don't try to pour it all too quick. If you want to go the other side, that's fine. Or I'll tell you what, I'll go this side. I'll just do it this way. It's not a rush. Don't try to guzzle this down so quick. Remember I told you, it may look like a 1.5 to 2 inch opening, but as it goes down, it narrows. And if you pour this all too quick, it's gonna start gushing back out, and you don't want that. So take your time. All right, folks, so I know I said it already once, so I'm gonna say it again. I want to show you. You see the gauge? See it moving? That's what I like about the oil. I'm gonna give you a clear view. You can see where the oil is at. So with this one, I did one full one already, which is 5 quarts. It's actually slightly below, but we're gonna go with the 5 quarts. I gotta put 8 quarts. So that means I gotta go 1, 2, 3, down to there. But I'm gonna go right about here, and that'll give me my 7.9. And as I said, you can see where the oil full thing is here. You know how places do. They never fill it to the top. But once again, you see the oil? You can clearly see that, right? So I'm gonna go down to there. I know some may be saying, well, how would you know if it goes down to there exactly? Actually, you gotta do it by eye. And how do you do it by eye? Taking your time. Little at a time, little at a time. As y'all can see, I'm getting close. See where it's at? I gotta be about right here. So, like I said, how do you know when it's enough? Little at a time. You just gotta eye it. Let's see where we at now. Huh? Can you see that? I'm getting close. I wanna be right about here. So, a little bit more. Remember what I said? You're just gonna eye it. I think we should be good, man. Yep, look at that. So you see what I'm saying? You just gotta eye it, folks. Because these Tundras take a lot of oil. A lot of oil. So, that's that. Now, obviously, this is the pan that started it all in the beginning to do the oil change. Because remember, as I said, in order to get to your oil filter, you have to remove this pan. So obviously, I got to get rid of my filter. You could take those, I believe, to some auto part place, and they'll get rid of that for you. Do the right thing, folks. A lot of us, we love to dump it in the regular garbage, and that's not right. Do the right thing, folks. But anyway, so I just got to put my pan back on. Obviously, we filled the oil all up. When you pull this out, just be careful. Get you something to grab that. See that? Otherwise, it's going to drip oil. Try to clean up any excess if you made a mess. And keep that there, because this will drip. And then just simply cap that back off. See, it even tells you there. Look, what type of oil to use. See? It tells you. See? SAEOW 20. Remember? SAEOW 20. And what does it say there? Here. SAEOW 20. See? But just paying attention, folks. I know I said it before. I'm going to keep saying it because I wanted to stay in a lot of y'all minds. Dads, uncles, granddads. Teach your daughters, your nieces, your wife, things that you normally teach your sons, your nephews, your grandsons. Teach the women in your family all the things that you normally only teach the guys in your families. So dads, teach your daughter how to do an oil change. It's actually really simple. And tighten that up by hand, no tools, by hand. And that's it. That is your complete oil change, folks. Now, we all too familiar. Take this to the dealership. I know I said it already. Take it to the dealership. They're going to charge you an arm and a leg, and they're going to tell you 20 other things is wrong with your vehicle, which is a lie. Take it to your local garage, Jiffy Lube, whatever. They're going to just annoy you. You know, you there for an oil change, they're going to tell you need your wipers done. You need your tires rotated. You need this done. You need this capped off. You need that capped off. You're like, yo, look, I just came for an oil change. I don't need all this other stuff. All right, y'all. And that completes it. Peace.